to Gusto News on Gusto TV. My name is Ifeoluwa, and today on the news I have DBanj. I also have Rudeboy and his family in the mix here, and as well I have Wizkid's first love. Yeah, that's Bolu Asife, and of course his mom. But before I go on, I'd like to say a big thank you to you guys for all you do for us. Thank you for likes, thank you for comments. Thank you for telling people about Gusto Entertainment. We love you. Thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell so you get to see our content like once they drop. Yeah. So starting up with DBanj, of course, DBanj is a Nigerian artist. Is one of those Nigerians that first had international artist collaboration and a whole lot of that. DBanj has done his thing in Nigerian music industry. One of the most Nigerian artists with the highest number of awards to his credit, and a good number of hit songs, from DBanj. Though recently DBanj has been more of, away from the music. In terms of music, we've not seen something like hits like the DBanj we used to know. Yeah, but DBanj is in the news this time around because he publicly gives some things about himself in a concert he recently attended. DBanj said that he has given his life to Christ as a born-again Christian and is living for God at the moment. Of course, he said this at the concert held by Nigerian gospel artist known as Moses Bliss. And at the concert, he talked about the fact that he has given his life to Christ, he's a born-again Christian, he's living, an upright life. According to him, he said God was able to prove to him, that he's God. He talked about his experiences, how God was able to help him come through and pull through a lot of things that are capable of holding him down. According to him, he said a couple of years ago when he lost his son, and he felt it was quite, disheartening, and he was very sober and sad. It was a very sad period for him. Him and his family. According to him, he talked about his experience, in the last few years, talked about when he lost his son. It was quite, disheartening and a very sad moment for him. But he talked about the fact that today is a father of not just one, but 2 kids. And of course, that is due to the grace of God. He has been able to pull through that with his family. And of course, he said he is a Christian. Of course, he attended a gospel concert which was held by one Nigerian artist, which is known as Moses Bliss. And of course, he talked about his giving his life to Christ. A lot of reaction, has come up to that. Some people are like, oh, life experiences have made Baba become a Christian, and a whole lot of conversations around that. Nigerian. Some people were surprised why some people were like, well, man is from a Christian background, so I don't expect any little. And some people are like, oh, so what's the next song we'll be hearing from him? And of course, while talking about that, he said in any work he will be, releasing, be it an album or a single, he would always give glory to God first. He would always appreciate the one who helped him to get this far, the one who helped him to be able to pull through a lot of challenges in life. Of course, that is from DBanj. Even if a lot of people are waiting to say, okay, probably the next album, maybe he's going to give us a gospel album here. Maybe he's going to join the likes of Chidima, and likes that are now moved to becoming full-time gospel singers. Whatever the case may be, of course, DBanj has publicly declared that, you know what, I'm a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian, and I'm a lover of God. Well, that's good for him, yeah. Well, moving on to the next on my news is Rudeboy. Because, Rudeboy is, he's one member of a defunct P-Square. Although, both parties has gone their separate ways, have separate families and are just doing their thing. But yet, they've continued to be relevant in the Nigerian music industry. Just, a few days ago, he was celebrating, milestone he reached on YouTube, which is song and, with subscribers and getting the YouTube, certification for reaching the milestone on YouTube. Yeah, of course, he's still doing his thing, just as his brother as well. They're both doing their thing separately and has remained relevant in the Nigerian music industry. Well, this time around, it's not just Rudeboy in the news, but as well, he has his wife, Anita Okoye, and as well, there are 3 kids. Well, a lot of Nigerians are bringing on different conversation with assumption that, okay, I think Rudeboy's family is out of the country and it's just the only one here in Nigeria. Yes, just the only one here in Nigeria. In the picture the wife puts up on her Instagram page, you can see her kids, looking quite good, and Nigerians are looking, oh, from this picture, these people are no longer in Nigeria. And of course, she as well put up a post on Instagram with the picture saying that, she couldn't have imagined that she would also be going to school, schooling while their kids are also schooling. Yeah, and of course, she said they are in the country to actually, conquer, to take over, because they're taking this seriously. She can't remember the last time, the TV set in their new apartment is actually up and all of that. Yes, a lot of people are doing that. Oh, so Rudeboy, they left you in Nigeria. So many comments on that, and people have been like, you know what, Rudeboy, you so miss your kids, knowing how much, you know, he relates with them, how he put them up on social media, how they have good times together. And with the look of things now, seem like the wife, Anita Okoye, and their 3 kids are actually no longer, you know, in the country. They've moved to pursue personal, as a wife, of course, educational career to further, as she has said that she's as well schooling just as her children are doing. And of course, in a very beautiful picture, we could see the kids, you know, getting ready to go to school. Yeah, and Nigerians are like, of course, missing his family, being the only one here that would be working. But of course, some people say, you know what, you can always go and visit them. You can always, you know, jet out, travel out of the country to go visit them. So yeah, this is a good thing for, you know, a man that allows his wife to reach her full potential, and of course the kids as well. Some Nigerians feel they are going to have a better life, you know, living the shores of Nigeria. Yeah, so Rudeboy and family is in this one, as you know, his wife Anita Okoye and kids led the shores of Nigeria to pursue, you know, their academic you know, pursuits. And of course, we wish them all the best, his wife and of course his children. What an amazing daddy he is, yeah? Of course. Well, moving on to the next on my news is, of course, Wizkid's first love. Of course, we know that just a couple of days ago, Bolu at first celebrated his 10th year birthday, and a lot of Nigerians went celebrating him. Even his father, Wizkid, you know, Machala himself, put it on his Instagram story saying happy birthday to his first love, you know, Tife Temi, and all of that. There were pictures, you know, on his IG stories, and a lot of people were celebrating, you know. Tife is also, before then, the boy himself has put up a picture on his post that he's super excited that he will be turning 10 with, you know, with a throwback picture of himself and his dad, which his dad as well, you know, reposted on his birthday, you know, while sending birthday greetings to his son as he turns, you know, the big 10. Well, aside all the celebration and people saying happy birthday Tife, and you know, all the gift and love that people have been sending to him, you know, fans of Wizkid and of course his mom, Shola Ogudu as well, has been celebrating him so much ever since, you know, the whole 10-year celebration thing. But of course, she has come out to also celebrate another thing. You know, she discovered something, and of course, the mother of one is super excited about this milestone that her son has reached. Knowing fully well that he's a son of someone who can regard to be as a legend in the Nigerian music industry, someone whose music has been able to travel beyond the shores of Nigeria. You know, he's regarded as an international singer, has a lot of hit songs to his record, you know, so much more, even a Grammy award-winning father. Of course, what do we expect from, you know, a son like Tife? Of course, the mother has come out to say my baby mixed and mastered his first solo freestyle. And of course, with the sound way she's writing this, you could tell the excitement in from the mother, you know, as she puts it on, says she's been sharing tears of joy all morning. The lyrics came straight from his heart, and of course, for him, for the mother, yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a big deal for her. She said it's so deep, unbelievable, yet so beautiful. It's almost the time to take over the world. Yeah, she said it's almost the time to take over the world. Of course, we know that his father as well has taken over the world. He's taking the world by, you know, by shock with how much he has been able to export his music, how much he has become relevant, how much of a big deal he has become. Of course, you know, recently in an interview, the father talked about all he does is work. All he does is work. Even when he's having fun, he's working. When he's with his kids, he's working. So whatever he's doing, he's working. So it's no surprise that Tife, at the age of 10, is already, you know, following his father's footsteps and working so hard, just like the father, you know, was doing when he came into the Nigerian music industry, to become as relevant in music just as his father is. The mother has said, you know, in these tweets that it's actually almost time for Tife to take over the world. Well, I mean, goats know the born dog, yeah. So of course, it's somebody that has come out to, you know, make everybody know how excited she is about this. She said she's been crying all day. She's full of joy. These lyrics came from his heart. It's so beautiful, it's so deep, and of course, she cannot wait for her son to take over the world and become the next big thing in the Nigerian music industry, and of course, and beyond, just as his father, Wizkid Ayodeji Balogun. So, yes, Boluwatife Balogun as well is following his father's footsteps. We wish him all the best in this and hope that he becomes just, you know, as big as his father. This is where I'll be saying goodbye on this news. If you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell. See you next time.